What do you think of when you think of an F1 circuit?
It's wheel to wheel, Hamilton and Verstappen, and this time Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed out, and they are both out!
Spectacle, challenge, history, danger. Corners that demand everything from a driver and leave you breathless on the edge of your seat. I bet you don't think of this.
What the hell is even that?
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Okay, quick disclaimer, I started this video like 3 months ago, so some of the jokes are going to be kind of outdated, but I still thought it was funny enough to just be a video anyway, so yeah, enjoy. The Madrid circuit and Kanye West. What do they have in common? Well, both are getting absolutely rinsed online lately, and honestly, for good reason.
Gentlemen, a short view back to the past.
In August 2024, Kanye West was paying his dentist 50 grand a month to pump him with nitrous oxide. What followed was somehow even worse. Another wave of anti-Semitic comments inspired by Helmut Marko, and then confessed on Twitter that he did incest with his cousin at a very young age. This man clearly has brain damage, much like whoever designed the new Madrid circuit, or as it's being called, the Madring. An actual insult to racetracks everywhere. And here's the best part. It's probably going to be replacing Barcelona on the F1 calendar.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Nothing says pinnacle of motorsport like racing through an abandoned car park. This is not a racing circuit. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a tour of the masterpiece. We start off going down this lovely straight before hitting what looks like a knockoff of Jeddah Turn 1. And we all know how that goes.
Piastri, Australian driver, getting to the apex first. Verstappen trying to hang on to it, and Verstappen hangs on to the lead, but he went all 4 wheels off the road.
Then it's down into a truly inspiring straight, because all F1 fans have been asking for more straights before slamming into a chicane that looks like it's perfectly made to recreate some 2021 Latifi moves.
Nicholas Latifi has crashed.
Why aren't we getting these lap cars out of the way?
Just give me, because Christian, just give me a second.
Max Verstappen, for the first time ever, is champion of the world.
Fun fact, by the way, the footage you're watching right now is not of my 4-year-old Asian cousin using the driving sim for the first time. This is the official video released and being shown to shareholders. What the f***? It's pretty incredible how the driver can barely make it through the corner without bidding it into the wall.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Nice to see Mazepin earning some retirement cash, I guess.
Oh, no. You don't want to see that.
Modern F1 cars are wider than Harvey Price, so fitting 2 cars through half of these sections is going to be almost impossible. Sure, the cars might get a bit smaller next year, but let's be real. Lance Stroll is still on the grid, so that just gets cancelled out immediately. I guess we finally got the answer to the question we've all been asking. What would happen if Stevie Wonder designed an F1 circuit?
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
The only piece of hope that I have is that it might produce good 1-lap pace, so the qualifying might be semi-interesting. But in terms of actual racing, there's barely any overtaking opportunities, so the most entertainment you're going to get is most definitely Lance Stroll bidding it. Alright, let's stop shitting over this track, because I know what you're thinking. Well, if it's so bad, then how would I improve it? Well, let's talk about it, everyone. Because I've done some thinking, and I believe there's some great opportunities to make it a staple of the F1 calendar. So, Mohammed bin Salem, if you're listening, mate, keep your ears open, alright? So first up, at Turn 1, we're going to need a massive statue of Michael Massey. And I'm not talking about like a small little statue. I'm talking something that looks like the cover of Travis Scott's Astroworld. Every lap, all 22 drivers get to deep throat Michael Massey. Imagine the pictures. Beautiful. I call it the human error corner. Next up, you see these completely generic billboards? Yeah, they're going to get scrapped, and we're going to replace those with something more eye-catching that speaks to modern-day Formula 1. Instead of those brand logos, let's cover the bridges over the track with quotes from the legendary Christian Horndog files. Starting with my favourite, still in the Spanx? Now, I did want to take it a step further, but I don't think the FIA would approve of putting file 76 all around the circuit. If you don't know what that is, I can't show you on YouTube, and if you're under 18, don't Google it, but if you are over 18, maybe still don't Google it, because what the actual fuck... Anyway, moving on. Now, as we head down to turn 5 and 6, the tyres get ripped to fuck going across what is genuinely usually a roundabout. I say we turn this into a feature and have the second exit of the roundabout here go straight into a Hooters and bring back all of the fired ring girls that were fired in 2018. Turn 12 is a massive banked right-hander that just screams potential. Do you see the vision? Yep, you guessed it exactly. A Chernobyl recreation. Hear me out, hear me out. Have you ever played Nuketown on Black Ops? Well, this circuit's stuck on the calendar until at least 2035. So I'm thinking once it reaches that expiry date, we turn the whole area into a Fortnite-style event where the entire circuit gets blown into fucking pieces.
It's the biggest piece of...
Imagine the live stream coverage, which might be the most exciting part of the weekend, and people will still say Abu Dhabi 2021 was worse.
But the championship can only be won by one, and it's going Dutch in 2021.
Moving on from turn 12, this is Juan Carlos I, the Spanish king who helped Spain into democracy. But he also allegedly took $1 million in bribes from Saudi Arabia for a rail contract.
$1 million.
That's a lot of bread. He used secret Swiss banks and offshore companies to hide the money, and here's his wife, the woman that he had taping the money to her tits. Now you think with all that money, he could afford a wife that doesn't look like a Madame Tussauds wax figure with its face melted off, but fuck it. In 2020, he was investigated by Spanish prosecutors and fled the country to Abu Dhabi. Wait, why am I talking about this? Turn 17. We're going to have a massive statue of the main man himself, as a reminder to the Spanish fans of how much their own government hates them and how much they've been squeezed dry in tax money to afford this glorified car park of a racetrack.
It's the biggest piece of...
Now, in between turns 19 and 20, we've got this small straight with a big warehouse on the left. Now, I didn't want to include this, I was honestly done at this point, but Helmut Marko insisted we build a Holocaust memorial straight as his passion project. So there you have it. That's the end of my track suggestions. We've got the Christian Horndog advertising, a Michael Massey statue at turn 1, a Hooters on the roundabout at turn 6, then the Fortnite Chernobyl Nuketown Black Ops 2 Madrid F1 circuit live event, followed by the reminder of Spanish corruption at turn 17, before we end the parade with Helmut Marko passion project at turn 19. Carlos Sainz is actually the ambassador for this track.
Ooh, you're hard showing off.
And he said, I truly believe we can build the best circuit in the world. So Carlos, if you're watching this, mate, could you please just take some of these tips on board? Because I really think it would help out with the marketing of this track, and just overall, the fan experience would go from staring at barbed wire fences to pure greatness.
In other news, Cadillac still haven't announced any drivers, but it's heavily rumoured that Sergio Perez is making a return to the grid next year. Last week, his father said, the best of Sergio is yet to come. Ah yes, because we all know F1 drivers enter their prime at the age of 35 for a backmarket team after already driving one of the most dominant cars in F1 history and getting beaten to shit by their teammate. Wait a minute. I changed my mind. Perez is back.